Hey man, one of the hardest truths a man can learn is this. Some women do not lose loyalty in one big dramatic moment. They lose it quietly, first in the mind, then in the eyes, then in the behavior, and only at the end does the betrayal become visible. That's why so many men get blindsided. They think loyalty breaks when she cheats. No. By then, the break already happened. The real collapse starts earlier. It starts when she begins valuing feelings over values, attention over discipline, options over protection of the bond. That is where loyalty starts dying. Not in the hotel room, not in the goodbye text. Long before that. And if you don't understand that, you'll keep mistaking words for character. Stay with me here, because I'm about to explain the exact point where loyalty starts to rot. A lot of men think loyalty is tested when life is hard. Money gets tight, stress goes up, time gets thin. That is one test, yes, but the modern test is uglier than that. The modern test is whether she can handle constant access to validation without slowly becoming disloyal in her spirit. That's where many women fail. Not all, but many. Because the woman who struggles with loyalty usually doesn't wake up one day and say, "I want to betray him." It starts softer. She likes the attention. She likes being noticed. She likes keeping old options warm. She likes the guy friend who would never do anything, even though everyone with eyes knows he would. She likes posting in ways that keep the marketplace awake around her. And this is where weak men lie to themselves. They wait for obvious betrayal while ignoring the early erosion. What I'm about to tell you next is what separates a man who sees reality from a man who gets used up by it. Female disloyalty usually begins as emotional disloyalty before it ever becomes physical. That matters, because once she starts opening little doors, the ending is usually already on the way. One little door is comparison. She starts measuring the man in front of her against fantasy men on her phone, against curated couples online, against some old flame who suddenly liked her story after 6 months, against the thrill of being wanted by somebody new. That comparison poisons gratitude, and gratitude is one of the roots of loyalty. Another little door is private validation. She says it means nothing, says she just likes the compliments, says it is harmless, says she would never actually do anything. Fine. But loyalty is not only about what she physically does, it is about what she protects. And the woman who needs outside male attention to feel alive is already leaking devotion out of the relationship. That leak matters a lot. Now stay with me, because this next part is where most men get emotionally destroyed. The women who struggle with loyalty often confuse peace with boredom. That is a deadly pattern. They say they want calm. They say they want a stable man. They say they want a man who is consistent, grounded, and serious. Then they get him. And after a while, because the relationship is no longer a roller coaster, they start feeling restless. No chaos, no uncertainty, no constant emotional spike. So now their brain starts whispering, something is missing. Nothing is missing. Peace is just unfamiliar. But instead of learning how to value peace, they go hunting for stimulation. Maybe not with another man right away. Sometimes it starts as picking fights, pulling away, getting colder, becoming harder to please, stirring tension where there was none. Why? Because some people would rather feel chaos than calm if chaos feels more alive to them. And if a woman has not built discipline, she will mistake that restlessness for truth. That's where loyalty cracks. What I'm about to tell you next is the part men usually don't want to hear. Loyalty is not a romantic feeling. It is discipline. It is a value. It is a choice you keep making when temptation is available, validation is loud, and your emotions are unstable. That's why loyalty is rare, not because everybody is evil, because discipline is rare. Your real loyalty means she shuts the door on backup options. Real loyalty means she protects the bond even when some new attention makes her feel electric for 10 minutes. Real loyalty means she does not treat every emotional dip like proof that the relationship is wrong. That takes character, and character cannot be faked for long. Now let me get concrete, because this is where you can actually see it in modern life. She says he is just a friend, but she keeps him close because she likes how he looks at her. She is in a relationship, but still posts in a way designed to pull male reactions, then acts innocent when the flood comes in. She tells you she loves reassurance, but somehow never wants to give up the little orbit of men who make her feel desirable. She goes emotionally flat with you at home, then lights up online where the novelty lives. She calls you insecure for noticing what every man with a functioning brain can see. That is not loyalty under pressure. That is loyalty failing in small daily ways. Now stay with me here, because I'm about to explain why men get caught by this again and again. A lot of men screen for beauty, chemistry, vibe, ease, attraction. They do not screen hard enough for integrity. They do not watch what she does with temptation. They do not study how she behaves around attention. They do not notice whether she protects the relationship when nobody is forcing her to. They hand loyalty out early. That is the mistake, because a woman's loyalty is not proven when she is happy, obsessed, and freshly attached. That means nothing. Everybody is loyal in the honeymoon glow. Her real character shows when she gets bored, when she gets attention from somebody else, when she feels unseen for a week, when an old option reappears, when she could hide something and probably get away with it. That is the test, not her words, not her tears, not her promises, her patterns. What I'm about to tell you next is what separates a man with standards from a man with fantasies. Stop asking whether she says she's loyal. Start watching how she behaves around temptation. That tells the truth. Does she keep doors cracked open? Does she feed male attention she knows she should shut down? Does she protect your bond when it costs her something socially or emotionally? Does she still act like a woman in a relationship when nobody would blame her for acting single? That is where loyalty lives, or dies. Now here is the brutal paradox. The women who struggle most with loyalty often demand the strongest loyalty from men. They want exclusivity from you. They want discipline from you. They want you blind to options. They want you solid, steady, and immune to temptation. But many do not hold themselves to the same line. That double standard destroys men who still live in fantasy, because they think love means mutual sacrifice, while she thinks his sacrifice is proof of love and her freedom is proof of identity. That imbalance rots respect, and once respect starts rotting, loyalty usually follows. Now let's go deeper, because this next part is where male power comes back. You cannot teach loyalty to a woman who only values feelings. You cannot negotiate character into someone. You cannot love her so well that she suddenly develops discipline. That is not your job. Your job is observation. Your job is standards. Your job is to stop confusing attraction with integrity. That shift changes everything, because once you understand how loyalty actually breaks, you stop getting hypnotized by pretty words and hot chemistry. You start paying attention to smaller things, how she handles male access, how she talks about exes, how she behaves when she is bored, how she reacts when attention is available, whether she closes doors naturally or keeps tiny windows open just in case. That tells you more than her saying, "Trust me," ever will. And in the end, this is where the whole lesson turns back to you. Do not become the man who keeps trying to make a woman loyal. That path makes men pathetic. You start explaining too much, monitoring too much, tolerating too much, hoping too much. You become a guard dog for a bond she should be protecting herself. Never do that. The stronger move is colder. Watch, listen, measure. If she is built on values, you will see it. If she is built on feelings, attention, novelty, and open exits, you will see that too. And when you see it, do not argue with the evidence. Move accordingly. Because loyalty is not something you beg for, it is something you screen for. And if she cannot hold her line when validation gets loud and temptation gets close, then she is not a safe place for male devotion. That is the truth. So stop romanticizing potential. Stop handing sacred trust to women who have not proven they can protect it. Stop expecting discipline from somebody addicted to excitement. Stop worshipping beauty while ignoring character. Be loyal to yourself first. Be loyal to your standards. Be loyal to the man you are trying to become, because the man who gives his loyalty to the wrong woman does not get rewarded for being noble. He gets emptied. And that, my brother, is the ultimate betrayal.